It was just after dusk when her message lit up my phone. I'm home waiting for you. Come back soon. To most people, harmless. Sweet even. But in my world, words rarely come without intent. A slow, cold smile tugged at my lips as I typed my reply. Interesting, considering I can see you on the hidden camera. Clara, my wife for 6 unpredictable years, had always needed to feel in control. In the early days, it came across as playful confidence, a teasing back and forth that added fire to everything between us. But gradually that fire warped into something darker. Manipulation, secrets, a craving for attention she no longer bothered disguising. Sudden work trips, friends I'd never heard of, nights she slipped out with flimsy excuses and laughter louder than anything she ever shared with me. Every corner of her life began to feel like a performance I wasn't welcome to witness. I still remember the night I installed the hidden cameras. Not because I wanted to spy, because experience had taught me that people show their real selves only when they believe no one is watching. And tonight, Clara was about to show me everything. The flight home felt endless, each hour stretching my thoughts tighter. She'd been unusually cheerful all week, attached to her phone, brushing off time with me like it was optional. I didn't call her out. I simply watched. Tonight, the watching would end. When I reached our building, the apartment windows glowed behind the blinds. I stepped inside quietly, letting the door close with a soft click that she didn't hear. She stood in the living room, laughing at something on her phone with a freedom she never gave me. Too bright, too excited, too comfortable. I stayed in the shadows, still and silent, studying her, the small smile tugging at her mouth, the nervous flick of her eyes toward her messages, the spark in her gaze meant for someone else entirely. She had no idea I was there, no idea I had seen everything, no idea the truth had already unfolded. Her reflection flashed across the mirror as she fixed her hair, humming lightly, her version of freedom, her version of control, the exact thing she believed she still held over me. But I had learned to read her like music, every gesture, every pause, every false note. And tonight her movements screamed confessions she'd never speak aloud. She drifted into the kitchen, pouring herself a glass of wine. The mask slipped for half a heartbeat. Her breath caught, her movements slowed. Something inside her whispered that something was off. I let it whisper. Her fingers trembled as she lifted the glass. She didn't know why, but I did. People can feel truth approaching long before it arrives. That was when I stepped out of the shadows. Slow, controlled, unavoidable. Her entire body locked mid-movement, the wine glass clinking faintly against her fingers. She turned, startled, fear flickering behind her eyes. Funny? I murmured, lifting my own glass. You told me you were home waiting. Yet you didn't even notice I've been here the whole time. My voice wasn't raised. It didn't need to be. Calm truth cuts far deeper than rage ever will. Her mouth opened, but no words escaped. She knew exactly what I meant. The lies, the secrecy, the late-night messages, the smile meant for someone else. All of it exposed without me having to make a single accusation. I watched realization spread across her face. The tiny twitches, the fading confidence, the silent confessions. I set my glass down slowly. I trusted you, I said softly, my voice almost mournful. I gave you space. I treated you with respect. And you chose to fill that space with someone else's attention. Someone else's excitement. Her eyes dropped immediately, shame blooming across her cheeks. She struggled to form an excuse, but I lifted my hand. No, don't explain. Your actions already told me everything. The room seemed to close in around her, the weight of her choices pressing down like a storm. The thrill she chased so desperately had caught up with her tonight, but not as pleasure, as consequence. She sank into a chair, silent, exposed, no trace of the control she once clung to. I walked toward the window, leaving her alone with the truth she had spent months avoiding. Tonight wasn't an argument. It wasn't a fight. It was a reckoning, quiet, undeniable, final. And as I looked out over the dim city lights, one truth settled deep and cold in my chest. Whatever comes next for this marriage, one thing is certain. I will never overlook deception again. Not from her. Not from anyone.